Hi everybody and welcome to another By Pen and Paper streams. I am Gamer and we are back into Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector. Probably pronounced that right, I don't know. We are 60 cycles in. Like 60. And it took me I think 120 something, 28 maybe to finish the original game. So we're halfway there and I do not believe we are halfway through this. Anyway, the guys are 3 cycles about to grab me. I'm gonna be... Why is this blinging? Oh yeah, I have extra points. I'm still waiting to see if I can get engage somehow unlocked. There have been a bunch of patches in the previous week. I haven't played this for a week and there have been a bunch of patches that probably fixed a few things. Even though one issue that we also had. We are full on fuel. We're not that full on supplies. But I'm still gonna go work somewhere to get at least something. These dice are awful. Like, absolutely awful. Even with this I can get like... eek. So let me try and get something that's risky. Not deadly. This is not it. Well, I think I can do the betting, I think. That might be... Yeah. This is 50-50. Ugh. Eek. I think the bad thing is only like what was it? I lose energy? I think it's just that. Let's just try and get some money. Because we're not gonna get the dice when we go out. What would the one dice do here? Like, it's 50-50. Negative result is energy, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I'm just gonna waste dice here. That's not much of a problem. If I get a success, it's 50-50. I get something good. Yeah, if I don't, the gambler's friend. I don't know what's that can unlock me, but we'll have to do that later. It's time to go. It's time to fly. Let's deal. Okay, we are off. We've been to Flotsam. I've done some stuff there, got some quests. I could have gotten from Flotsam to Holmes Rock, but instead I'm going to Helion Gate. There are some interesting things I'm hoping to get there. Not that I know in advance, I just wanna... Wow, okay, this is a weird design. No wonder it's called Helion Gate. At least I got some dice. Some shit, some useful. Anyway, the rig. Helion Gate hangs over the rig. Its corroded arches resemble the dislocated vertebrae of some vast, long-dead serpent. Yeah, that's absolutely that. Seraphim. That's one big, ugly scrap pile. Seraphim whistles from the pilot seat. Solheim didn't like to build them small. What was it? A monument to hubris? Okay, it's gonna be... What was it for? Seraphim shakes his head. System's biggest door. Only opened if you ask nicely. Got to be big if you want to fit every ship that visits the system through it. Voice cuts in from the back of the cockpit. Impressive, really, building something so massive out here. Solheim liked to impress visitors, sure. Seraphim leans forward, looking for the best place to enter the structure. But they also like to scam entire ships and impound those that didn't enter through the gate. Scan entire ships and impound those who didn't enter through the gate. Seraphim catches your eye, looking for some agreement. Not the most admirable qualities. I'll agree. Solheim was a curse in this system. It's been pretty impressive. It's pretty impressive to me. He shakes his head. Gotta say, I'm surprised to hear a sleeper impressed by corporate infrastructure. Don't let him bait you, sleeper. Bliss rolls her eyes. Solheim were cruel and ruthless. But without them, this system would just be two gas giants and a load of rocks. No harm in recognizing it. You look out to the cockpit towards the gate, its layers of systems and rooms slowly opening to the void, peeling away cycle after cycle to reveal the bones beneath. This is where Jean-Mi mentioned you might be able to find the location of a ship with a prime shipmind, among other old shipping manifests and Solheim records. You look over the towering structure of the gate. This is going to take some work. Good thing that it recognizes that I've been over there and come here. I still have some Solheim data. Don't know what to use that for. Like, I mean, I've got a bunch of shit in my cargo. Anyway, suddenly a flash high up on the gate catches your eye. A light turning on and off again for a moment. You lose track of it. Is this place inhabited? Seraphin raises an eyebrow. I doubt it. He winks and smiles. You hoping for a station-side bar? Wait, this isn't inhabited. This is just a wreck. Wait. Good thing I have enough fuel. Otherwise this would have been a bad situation. Also, somebody in the combats also commented in one of my first episodes that had issues, I think, with Helion Gate. They couldn't find a place to work and they were out of fuel, so they couldn't get out. They needed to buy fuel to get out, which is terrifying, especially if you don't set your crew to scavenge for fuel. Anyway, I have a feeling you'll be disappointed, unless we find an executive's old liquor cabinet. Bliss pats you on the shoulder and drifts out of the cockpit. Time to see what secrets the gate has left. Honestly, I thought this was like one more station. Well, there is kind of a station situation here where, you know, we're this small, so it's still big enough, and there's like a piece of the ship there. Or a station. I mean, there needed to be a power source to, you know, power it. Needed to have some kind of a, I don't know, how should I say, well, checkup scanning station and all that. Let me set these guys to gather fuel. That's gonna be important. If this place, Customs Hall, abandoned Solheim checkpoint, Solheim records. Okay, I'm gonna go to here, Customs Hall. Explore the corridors. Dark corridors lead off into the abandoned facility with no map and no one to guide you. Picking up a direction and following it is the only option. There should have been like a warning that this is not a station and I cannot buy fuel and get fuel and all that before I fly. Like, somebody should have commented about this being dead and, you know, being sure. Like, are you sure that you want to go to a station where you can't buy fuel? Do you have enough fuel and all that? Because this is just a one save. I can't, not even saves come, and I can't, you know, load back to the previous position where I didn't, you know, do something stupid and correct myself. So this is gonna be weird. Scan the hall. Once a bustling entry point, the customs hall was abandoned after the collapse. With some careful analysis, you can find what's left behind. Once the main checkpoint for entry into the entire Helion system, the Helion gate lies dark and broken. But it's not without its secrets, I bet. What do we have here? Power up the archive. One way to get the data you need from the archive is to power up the whole machinery of it. A daunting engineering task. I'm a good engineer. Extract the records. Slower than turning on the entire archive, selectively extracting records is a safer and slower method to get to what you need. Idle minds. Identifying a ship with a viable shipmind means pouring through the records of Solheim's shipping lanes. There's gonna be a long ass job. At least this should give me like 3 successes. Yep. I can get the +1, but the neutral might be a problem. Also, having low energy here is definitely gonna be a problem. I might need to eat some supplies if I can't find a place to eat. Risk is gonna take my energy away, but I need to do it. I need to see if I can find somebody here. Maybe I'll have something to do here. New location is coming. Identify a few of the important routes out of the customs hall and mark them for further exploration. What's the new? Derelict fuel barge. Solheim resupply ship. Oh, so I can't buy fuel, I need to scavenge it. Dude, this is dangerous. This shattered, jagged old barge once carried a fleet's worth of fuel. With care and time, you may be able to scavenge some for your ship. Oh, that is a problem. We are in a problem location. This is not a good place to be. Okay, let them scavenge for fuel. Well, I'll end cycle. I'm gonna lose 1 energy, I think. Yeah, I should have boosted up on energy before I left. That's on me. I mean, I can recover some of it by eating supplies. And technically I got good dice this time around. So we can salvage for fuel. Oh, we got fuel. We got 2 fuel. That's good. That's good. I'll leave them on fuel salvaging for now. I'll still try to dig this. The rest will go into the other place, into exploring. Customs hall. I need to find more useful things. Okay, energy is gone. That's a problem. What will happen if I lose more energy? There's gonna be stress. New location discovered. Seized cargo, prohibited storage. Everything is dangerous. Jesus fuck. A mass of confiscated cargo stretches off into the darkness. The sight instills some fear, but perhaps there is still something here you can yet to be picked clean. I didn't get any money, so that's a problem. Let's try and finish this cycle. Okay, good. More. There is no safe actions basically. Everything is just. Okay, I got 1 stress. That's a problem. What do we find? New location discovered. Gate structure, internal workings. Everything is dangerous. Jesus, I shouldn't have gotten here. Cutaway scrap. Most of the gate is corroded beyond use, but deep in the structure you can still find good metal. The gate's networks collapsed long ago, but there's data to be found in the old terminals. The servers. Aha, I think I get it. This is to just mine for scrap. This is to mine for Solheim data, so I'm gonna probably need more of that. Seized cargo is to just probably random cargo supplies, or maybe literally salvage for supplies, and this is to salvage for fuel. So you still can get stuff, it's just everything is dangerous to do here. And I need to get this before I leave. How many cycles are they chasing me? Okay, I'm at 1, so... and I'm starving. I'm gonna have to use one of the foods. Okay, I'm almost full, that is alright. Let us end the cycle for now. I got 1 stress, which is alright, it's not too bad. I can rest to remove it. Yes, good dice, good dice. I love to see good dice like that. Okay, I need to complete this as fast as possible. I'll do it in 2. And then I can do some other things, maybe something dangerous, like collecting either Solheim data or scraps or supplies or something. You hear something in the dark. You hear something in the dark. Oh, that's not okay. In the dark and airless void of the archives, something flickers. You have been working in the dark, picking through the guts of corroded machines, skimming the data in their corrupt memories, digging through the graveyard in search of ghosts. But now, with another flicker, the place begins to come back to life. All along the rows of benches, some of them crushed by fallen ceiling panels, terminals begin to flick into uneasy life. A cacophony of distorted sounds accompanying the machines, as some of them immediately glitch and spark. Did you do this? You stand frozen as the archive glitters around you with a million shipping entries. The stream of information is overwhelming. Node graphs drawing out routes and inventories, tracing a web around you in a pale cyan. Suddenly, they all shut off. The terminals blinking out together, leaving a single translucent screen glowing softly in the dim room. And in that dim room, drifting towards you out of the dark, you see a figure. Is this what you are looking for? The voice crackles aggressively through your suit's local comms. Who are you? Oh wow! Judy survived! Thank God Judy survived! Please get back on my ship. She probably recognized the ship and then signaled me. She's in a spacesuit. How long was she here? How did she get here? Sleeper, is that you? You hear Junie's voice, now tense and unsure. Of course I was gonna find her in a Solheim derelict. Jesus. She stops beside the single online terminal, her suited form lit in the pale light. Junie! You hear the smile in her voice. Good to see you again. She pauses and glances around. Though the venue is a little unexpected. I'm looking for a shipmind. What are you doing here? I'm searching these archives too, although slightly less forcefully than you. I did have this whole speech prepared for whatever salvager was ripping through these archives so messily, not to mention aggressively, but now that I know it was you, well, I'm glad to see you. Although you really need to be more careful. You could have taken the entire archives down the way you were working with it. These machines are decades old. You can't just rifle through them like they were all a scrap pile. I saw the pattern of your queries. A prime shipmind equipped ship. Still operational at the collapse. Last located in region around Helion Gate. You can feel how pleased she is with herself from here. That about right? No, sure. Nicely done. She nods. Would you expect anything else? That's why I did the hard work for you. Junie beckons you over to the lone lit-up terminal. You drift over and see a single point, a faded transmit trail beside it. Sunward from the Helion's gate. Something like this, maybe? She smiles and steps aside so you can see the screen. You check the information pane beside the map. Shipmind in use, abandoned by all hands after the collapse. Tantalizingly in reach. What can you say? Something like that? Shrugs. Well then, it's yours. But, Junie turns and in the glow of the terminal meets your eye with complete seriousness. The question is, what do you want it for? Well, how did she survive? How much oxygen does she get? Too many questions. I don't even know how she got there. She needed a ship. Then you explain about your body. You tell her what Jean-Mi told you about your shifting body transformed by some unknown influence, about the need for a prime shipmind to house your emulated mind while he runs a diagnostic process. She is silent for a moment, not sure how to respond. I'm sorry, Sleeper, but I think I can help you. I want to come with you. You were on board even before this, so yeah. Junie gives you a strong look. Do you know how often someone gets out to one of those old Solheim wrecks? They are more trouble than they are worth, but contained inside there is an entire history to uncover. Of course there are more trouble than they're worth. We did this song and dance before, do you know? Maybe this is a bug and it's not recognizing what we did. I hope she does recognize it, or there's not a bug and she recognizes that I help her with the other ship, not shipmind. What was it? Data core? Something like that? Recover and take, you mean? I need that shipmind. And you're welcome to it, she pauses. I promise to help you get what you need, and not to get in your way. I know I can't force you or trick you into taking me. That's why I wanted to offer you this instead. She indicates the terminal, still showing the ship's final resting place. I hoped that maybe, if I helped you find what you needed, it would show I can be trusted. How did you escape export? With great difficulty, she sighs. An evacuation was called, and I managed to get on board an unbound ship. I didn't see you in chaos, so I'm glad to see you now. She pauses. Think about my offer, Sleeper. I'll send the coordinates to your ship, and I'll be hanging around the gate until you are ready to leave. She shifts in front of the terminal and plugs in her deck, tapping away at rapid speed. If you need to get supplies from the spindle or anything else, fine. She folds her arms. I'll wait. But if you go on this job without me, I'll get the message. She shrugs. You won't see me again. With that, you'll leave her in the archive, extracting data as you ascend back to Helion Gate's upper levels. Okay, we have a new contract around this map, but it's gonna cost 4. In order to run a full diagnostic, Jeremy needs a shipmind, Solheim recommended with the collapse is best shot. Okay, so we need to plan this accordingly. This needs to be planned. I need to go back to the spindle to grab supplies, basically. I need 5 supplies. And fuel. I need to be fully fueled up. Then I need to come back here with full supplies and with whatever fuel I have, use dice, that whatever dice I can to maybe scavenge some fuel more, and bounce off to that place, then bounce back. So there's 4. Yeah, I'm gonna need to, after that, scavenge for some more fuel to come back. So yeah, this is gonna be a job. I need to go back to the spindle. So this is searching for supplies. You can get 1 supply for sure. Everything else is scrapping, and I want to save as much money as I can. Like scavenge fuel. Everything is dangerous, that's the problem. Every action here is danger. So let me scavenge some supplies. I'm gonna get 1 probably. Yeah, 1 supplies. Not surprising. How many cycles? I can stay 1 more cycle here to let me de-stress first. So this is a safe action. Okay, I de-stressed. That's okay. So I'm gonna let them scavenge for fuel because I'm still gonna need fuel back and fuel here. I'm gonna try and cycle and go for another. The thing is, I'm not in a rush, which is good. And yeah, energy levels is alright. The energy going down is alright. Do I have anything engineering based? Everything is endurance because I'm in space. Yeah, endurance interface, and this is endurance. Jesus, I might need to actually buff my endurance next. I was hoping for engineer, but I might be needing endurance. There's a lot of endurance jobs. Could be that that's the most important skill. So I'm gonna scavenge for more supplies. They didn't find anything else here. I can risk it for another, but neutral is gonna take away my energy. It's gonna save me a lot of money. And then technically I don't need to go back. I have 8. Like that's the thing. Wait, let me check the map. So if I want to go back to... Yeah, I should have figured out to this side. The far spindle is 4. Or if I go anywhere else, it's far more. That's 6, that's 7. Ooh, okay. No wonder it's best if I go to Flotsam and then go to Helm's Rock. That's even 8. This is that's... At least this is a colony. I might be able to get some fuel there. So now is a big question. If I get that 1 more supply, I will be able to go here and do the job. The dice are fine, and I don't have stress. The only problem, but energy is not going to be a problem when I get there. That's not really a problem. Okay, let's see what the dice say. If I get that, I don't get any difficulties. Okay, so I got a supply and one less energy, so I am supplied up. I don't need to do anything else. Let's see. Investigate hexport, that's different thing. Green belt, wellspring. I'm just doing this, and this is a major one, which is gonna give me 2 points, which is good. But I still need to go back. The thing is, I'm good on fuel. Like, this is gonna cost 4, and going back to the far spindle is gonna cost 4, which is good. I am supplied up. Dice are decently okay, and if I don't do anything stupid, I can get there. Okay, I think it's a dangerous thing, but let's do it. I can't do anything else here because everything is a danger level, and I don't have endurance to buff up my dice. So, and I'm gonna lose the wait. How much I'm at 3, right? Yes, I'm at 3, so I wanna keep it at 0. I'll keep dusting my... So, this is the local gig. She has plus on interfacing. He has endurance and engineering. I'm gonna select bliss. I'm gonna risk it with bliss. And see. I'm gonna risk it with these two. But do I just leave the other guy at the location? And I got the worst possible dice. This is awful. This is literally a wasted cycle. Jesus fucking Christ. We are too far sunward, sleeper. Seraphim turns back in his chair and looks at you. I don't like it. It's hard not to agree. The coordinates Junie found have drawn you out of Helion Gate and almost out of the belt completely, into the soft rubble stew transition with the Helion system. With soft rubble strewn transition, what the fuck? The edge of the convoy-controlled space. That's why this ship is likely to be untouched. Junie surveys the wreck coldly. It's too far sunward for belt traffic to run into, and now with convoy drones patrolling the edges of the belt, it's even less attractive as a salvage site. Lucky for us. Junie eyes you, trying to detect if you are being sarcastic or not. I doubt anyone has been here in decades, so actually I would say we are lucky. Any drone signals? Nothing I can see, but I don't dare reach out too far. Seraphim flicks a few switches. We should assume they are out there. As you look out at the twisted wreck, you swear you see a red light blinking between the stars. You exchange a look with Seraphim. He has seen it too. We better get to it, sleeper. Seraphim begins unclipping from his seat. Quickly and quietly. Without my good dice, yes! Jesus, not even a 5! From what I understand, convoy drones run on automatic until they detect something of interest. Junie unclips too. So, as long as we are quiet, we don't have to contend with any operator. Just automated search sweeps. So, if we are detected, we will be killed by a machine, not a person. Bliss shakes her head. I don't think that very reassuring. I don't find it very reassuring. They get up out of the corner seat and glide towards the back of the ship to get suited. You drift out of your chair and head towards the airlock, unable to shake the feeling of being watched. Being here is a risk. You know that, but you need the shipmind. So, no matter what happens, you won't be leaving here empty-handed. Oh, they have shit dice as well. Great. Awesome. Plus all around. Convoy alert. I don't like that. Explore the ship. Starting up the network architecture might be unwanted attention, while exploring in person is likely to keep your crew undetected. Extract map data. Some of the ship's network architecture still functions. Accessing map data from it will help you explore. Well, Bliss can do this. I'll send her to explore the ship. I'm pretty much useless with this round. Can fix anything. Slowly but surely, routes are tracked through the ship. It won't be too much longer until the shipmind is located. I believe it will be too much longer. I don't have any other things to do, right? Yeah, I need to do this, and I have shit supplies. I mean shit dice as well. An entire section of the ship fully mapped is found among the corrupted data. This will help. So now we risk it with a 4, which is not that great. Or I risk it with a 3, which is again not that good. I can push myself, I can stress myself. And it's gonna give me 3 to the lowest dice, which is gonna be a 5, which is much better. Okay, this is at least somewhat better. Like a 5 is still good. Neutral, +1 stress. That is bad. I might start losing dice. I need to pause. I need not to pause. I need to. Oh boy, this is such a bad choice. Why did I get such bad dice? Like this is bad. This is very bad. Like we have shit dice. Oof. Okay. I might need to get Junie to work on this mostly. I still have bad dice. Okay, if Junie gets stressed, it's alright. This is a success. Problem is, if I get a negative, that's a bad day. Let's try this. If I get one more stress, I'm in deep trouble. That's bad. That's bad. I'm wasting cycles. If I risk it... No, not on that. On the other one. If I risk it, I might attract drones, and that's not good. I don't know how much more I'm gonna need to do. And I can't push myself. Fuck. I'm wasting cycles and wasting cycles because all of my dice are shit. And some are breaking even. And I lost the dice. At least if I push myself, I'm gonna get some goodies. This is so bad. Hopefully this is gonna give me 2 successes. Okay, good. Junie leads you deep into the wreck, though through crushed and twisted corridors, floating panels and wires appearing suddenly in your headlamps like strange sculptures. Junie, just as you begin to tire of the endless dark and haze of particles washing over your suit, Junie leads you into a chamber where the ceiling is torn open to reveal the stars. At its center lies a cylindrical object half your height, but raised on a complex pedestal from which countless thick cables shake off into the dark like braided hair. 1 or 2 of them float freely, weaving back and forth with glinting severed ends, but most of them disappear into the floor or walls, or twist and curve out of sight. Beautiful, isn't it? Junie stares at the prime shipmind, the stars reflected in her faceplate. Not bad. Junie glides over to the pedestal, pushing her way delicately to the wires. As she takes out her terminal and looks for an access port, she talks softly, her voice carried through the suit comms. These cables lead off to every one of the ship's systems. Engines, life support, navigation, lighting, network, you name it. Shipmind has hardwired access to them all. When an old ship like this was running well, Shipmind would distribute itself, some of its protocols running freely in different sections. It would be less like a single governing mind and more like a load of systems clumped together to form a complex living machine. Think of a plant rather than a being, a plant with incredibly rapid processing power and a much more accelerated response time than your average tree. You watch as she finds an access port and slips a cable inside, slotting a translucent screen onto the top edge of her deck. Let's see here. Juni's screen fills with bright scrolling data. Incredible! There's so much here. She hits a few keys. I'll start copying this over. It's everything I need. You watch as Juni starts rapidly tapping at her keyboard, her attention sucked into the data she's extracting. Juni? The shipmind? She snaps out of her trance. Sorry, yes, let me check. As I thought, she sighs. So, like I was saying, the protocols inside the shipmind are distributed. So when the shipmind is shut down unexpectedly, the protocols are rarely all contained in this unit. She places a hand gently on the cylinder. As is the case here, parts of it are trapped elsewhere, in the ship's system nodes. She taps a few keys. Which is a problem. There's always a problem. Why does it matter? If we rip this thing out now, with parts of its protocol elsewhere, it's probably going to destroy itself in the moment we turn it on. It doesn't matter what that we are going to wipe the whole system anyway. It will be too late. The mine inside the ship mine will be broken. But if we find the nodes housing the distributed parts, power them up, and then disconnect them, the protocols will be sent right back into this ship mine here, and we can take it out clean. How do we find the nodes? We either ask the cradle very nicely, or we spend the next cycles following these cables to see where they lead. I've got an incoming signal. Seraphine's voice suddenly cuts through the comms, urgent and nervous. If you're lighting up the systems and networks down there, time to stop. You hear a click as Juni disconnects from the cradle, and the two of you exchange nervous looks, instinctively backing off from the ship mine. Suddenly a faint red light glitters in the dark beyond the broken ceiling. You hold still. The moment stretches out, and you hear Juni's breathing through the comms. The light flashes, pauses, and then fades. You take a breath. Too close. Conway drone, Juni whispers. No. Fuck. These are the bugs that happen in the game. They show up a picture of somebody else when somebody else is talking. So I went with his voice, kind of. Conway drone, Juni whispers, sniffing the network. We are clear, Seraphine chimes in again. I turned off almost all of the rig systems, but we need to be careful. Keep network activity to a minimum. Understood, Juni cuts in. But we will need to access the networks to get this ship mine out quickly. Then I hope you are feeling lucky. There is a click as Seraphine closes the line. You and Juni look at each other again, and then at the ship mine, encased in its cradle, wrapped in cables. This isn't going to be easy. New location discovered. Yay! Wreck cradle. All the way there. Bliss is gonna be useless. Fuck. And everything is dangerous. Doubly fuck. I am useless. At least she will get stressed if nothing more, if it's a bad outcome. Okay, if it is a great outcome, it works perfectly. I didn't read this. Track cables. If you want to keep the network quiet, your only option is to track the physical connections the cradle has with the rest of the ship. The node map of the cradle's connection grows a little more, and you should be able to identify which to isolate. Extraction strategy. The ship mine is still sealed in the cradle. Take some thought and experimentation to figure out how to extract it. I hope this is gonna be the... So neutral gives stress to me, negative gives stress to me and to the ship, I guess. I need to hack the cradle as fast as humanly and inhumanly possible. The problem is, if I get stress, I'm gonna start losing dice. But if I force stress on me right now, I can at least complete another section. I need to be sure that this is the last point, maybe. So if I push myself, I'll get a 6, which is good. And I'll reduce the stress because I'll get a positive outcome. Yes, that's gonna be actually good. Maybe the thing with reducing stress is actually the good thing. I should have went with that, not boosting dice, but never mind. I can't push myself again, otherwise that would be funny. I could just do all the 6s. Junie has no dice. I can risk it, but I don't wanna. If I put bliss dice, she's definitely not gonna be good. Unless she gets a 6, I'm not gonna be able to do anything with her here. So let's cycle out. At least I don't get 2 numbers that destroy my dice. Why did I have to say that? Because I just lost 2 dice. And I don't think any of us can do anything with this. Like, she can at least do something. If she gets a positive, very good. Thank Christ and loving everything. You've located key nodes that need to be disconnected to free the shipmind. Oh, there is more. Oh, port node, starboard node. Fuck. Okay, at least it's 4. And I have engineering, so that's good. 1 clean cut through the connecting cable and the node will be disconnected, but mess it up and there could be trouble. Disable node. This node needs to be disabled precisely and quickly to keep your incursion in the wraps. It's good that Bliss has shit dice. That's absolutely amazing that I see. Cut node. 1 clean cut. Okay, starboard. Okay, it's the same thing. Problem is Junie can't help me, and all I can do is a 4, which is not good. I get stress, I lose dice, that's not good. I literally cannot do anything this cycle. This sucks ass. This sucks so much ass. I don't have supplies to stay too long. This is not good. I will start losing dice. I lost another dice. This is bullshit. Okay, Junie has 2. That is good. That is actually good. 2 5s. I can cut a... Let's see how good this is. Disable the node. Okay, great. The node goes quiet. Clearly done. Finish it. Finish it! Okay, we got 1 node down. Hopefully I can get the other one down. I've lost 2 dice, and I'm about to lose a 3rd one probably. And this is with just this much stress. This is stressing me out so hard. It's not even funny. Okay, node cut, disconnected from shipmind. 1 cut, 1 disabled. It's ready, Sleeper. Junie's voice comes quietly to the comms. You look over to her, floating beside the cradle, uplit by the pale screen of her deck. She gives you a reassuring nod. You turn to the prime shipmind, now floating above its cradle, the final nodes disconnected and the locks released. It's like I sent one to disable and I went here to cut it, basically, teaming up and splitting the party and all that. You glide over and gently grab it, the worn metal casing gleaming in the dim light. As you do, you feel a strange sensation of something moving around inside, like a creature in a box. The weight shifting this way and that under the pressure of your grip. It suddenly dawns on you that Jean-Mi plans to put you inside this strange device, to hold your mind there while he investigates your body. The thought prompts a shiver. That drone's still sniffing around, Sleeper. Seraphine's voice crackles on the comms. So, if you have what you need, let's go. You feel Junie's hand fall on your shoulder. Come on, Sleeper. Come on, Sleeper. Don't overthink it. She pats you gently. There will be plenty of time for that later. You look up and see a faint red light glittering in the dark beyond the broken ceiling. Time to leave. Contract complete. Sleeper Prime. Extract Prime shipmind without alerting convoy. Another achievement unlocked. And I have nothing else to do here, so let's get away from the nosy drones. I could stay here, but I don't want to waste supplies, actually. and I don't have anything else to do, so that it's literally a waste of everything. Let's go. I'm gonna have one dice at 1 health and another one at 2, which is not good, but okay. Arriving back at the Helion gate, as lonely and cold as it feels like a relief. There was a tension in the rig as you came back out of the inner system, and watchfulness for errant signals and glinting red beacons that choked the conversation. But now, floating in the comforting shadow of this vast ruin, the sense of relief is palpable. That's one prime shipmind, condition unknown, retrieved. Seraphine runs the engine shutdown protocols as he speaks. I'd mark that as a success. Let's head to Flotsam. Agreed. Thank you. Seraphine waves away your thanks. We're a crew. We work together. Sleeper, can I speak with you? Junie asks from the back of the cockpit. Of course. She leads you out into the passage, tucking herself against the wall. She looks small, even in this compact space. Thank you for taking me with you. I hope I proved I'm trustworthy. I'm not convinced yet. Never doubted you. Thank you for helping. That's what I promised. She looks at the floor. In my time here, in the belt, I haven't found it easy to make friends. She falters, tripping over her words slightly. But you, Sleeper, well, I hope you'd consider me a friend, at least. Do you know, isn't that? I would. She can't help but smile. I'm glad. Then, I would like to ask you something. She pauses. Would you consider taking me with you on the rig? She blurs out. And then, before you can answer, I think I would be of help for your diagnostic, and in the meantime I can take a look at the shipmind, make sure it's ready and... Manager. Yes, Junie, you can. She stops speechless. She looks down at her hands and then back at you. Okay, she smiles. Thank you, She looks down again. I will find the bunk. And she quickly glides off down the corridor before you can say anything further. Another stray collected. Well, we are still missing the cat. I know we can get a cat. Another stray collected. Seraphine puts a hand on your shoulder. Quite the refugee we are building here. Quite the refugee we are building here. No, not refugee. Jesus, I'm an idiot. I can English, probably, sometimes. Quite the refuge we are building here. Gives you a sly smile. It's just for now. We need her. You don't approve? Seraphine shrugs. You know, I've actually started to warm to this one. She's alright by me. He smiles and pushes off from your shoulder, gliding towards the engine room. You look towards the bunks, but Junie is already out of sight, likely unpacking already. The ship is getting a little crowded, but you're starting to realize you like it that way. At the very least, she'll prove invaluable when you get to Flotsam and have to deal with Jean-Mi. Perhaps she'll even have a read on the old man. You pause for a second, appreciating the warmth, the hum, the rig and its inhabitants. I wouldn't be surprised if Jean-Mi is her grandfather or something. This ship, you think, is starting to feel like home. With all the people and everything. The data archaeologists recruit Junie to her crew. Yay! We do. Well, how many achievements are there? God. There's like... Oh, 30. Jesus, I'm not even halfway there. Can I see on the ship? Yeah, Junie has this. I can see everybody. Scavenge for fuel, for the love of Christ. Technically, I can stay here. I don't have any stress. Technically, I can stay here for a while and do some... Oh, can I fix my dice? That is the question. Yeah, I can get glitched out, get glitches removed, and I can... Yeah, I can do that. I can even do it like full-on glitching out. Because I don't want to just go further. I should always stay 3 cycles somewhere to grind, because the good thing is I'm not on a timer unless there are hidden timers, which at that point I'm just gonna quit the game. Like I'm just gonna abandon the game. I don't want to have hidden timers. I want to have everything in the open because we are playing this fair and by the rules. Like hidden timers would be bullshit. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend a few cycles here, get the glitches out, you know, try to salvage something if I can. If I cannot, I'm just gonna move on, and you know, do that. Oh, I can even see the prime shipmind, and I should always do that. Like even if technically I need to go to Flotsam, I'm gonna go to Spindle. I'm gonna go there, work on that. Probably try to work on that. What was it? The gambler's buddy thing. Maybe that's gonna give me a quest. And after that, I'm gonna go work to collect money, to collect scrap, to get stuff like that, get supplies, because all of that is gonna be useful to have. And some places are gonna be expensive for me to, you know, buy stuff from. So I should save that. I'm still gonna keep them on salvaging fuel because that's fuel is the best thing they can. Like has the best outcome, I guess. And I hope that more of them on the ship will improve my chances of finding shit. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm still gonna go. Well, I can dig for something more useful, like Solheim scraps or scrap in general. I have some raw scrap. But supplies are the most expensive thing that It's 15, but it's still. It feels like the most expensive thing. I'm just gonna grab supplies. I'm gonna fix up some dice. I'm gonna even use the shittier version that's gonna glitch me out completely because I don't care. Why can't I... Isn't this? Oh no, that's scrap. Oh, that's different. Oh, this is engine components. I'm putting engine components in mass. Okay, so I need to use this, which is much better, but... so I need scrap. Well, maybe I'll hunt for some scrap. I'm gonna need that actually. Okay, that's plus. Well, 2 glitches, not too bad. I recovered 2 dice. Nothing else. Cycle, save. I'm not in a rush. Nothing's gonna kill me. I have some of the issues here happening, or glitches, energy, but that's not gonna be a problem. They found 1 fuel. Okay. I'm definitely gonna need increasing endurance if I'm gonna come back here and do stuff. So let's see what scrap is this gonna give me. Oh, it's gonna give me just raw scrap. I needed to turn it into my scrap, my specific scrap. So this is not that great. I'm glitched out. I don't want to risk it. Cycle, energy. There's no engineering work here, so I can't do anything useful. So unless I get a 6, which is that, I can't do anything good. You got 1 more fuel, that's fine. I don't want to get any more scrap or Solheim data or anything. I'm just gonna... Wait, what is that? No, no, just this. Just gonna grab this. More supplies. And I'm gonna bounce. Just to confirm, Junie is on board. Junie's on board. We have recruited her. Let's bounce. I said I can go to Helm's Rock and then maybe go to Flotsam. That would actually be kind of useful, especially now that I have fuel. But let's go with things I know. After Flotsam, I'll probably go to Helm's Rock. Okay, so good dice, bad dice, some random dice. We can do shit. We can do some work, which is gonna be good. We can do some engagement, which is gonna suck, but it's not gonna suffer me much. And we're gonna grab some money. So where is this? Is this engineering? Yes, this is engineer. We're gonna do some of that. I'm gonna need to buy scrap components. That's also a thing. If I wanna save dice, yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Single shift. How much is this gonna give me money? I don't think this gives too much. Yeah, pretty much the same as the rest of things. Okay. Neutral shouldn't be that much. Maybe just energy loss. Oh, that's okay. Grabbing some money. Let's do some gambling. Negative is not gonna ruin it too much. And I can get some money as well. 50-50 is okay. Yeah, energy is okay, and I still get some cash. Let's stay here a few cycles. Stay a while and listen. I need to try and get some fuel as well. And I'm gonna stockpile on supplies. Here's some. Ooh, 2 6s. That's great. Still gonna do engineering. I think this gives me the most money. Yeah, 14 fire is great. And then I can do some engagement with these guys. It's always gonna be a 1, but it's just gonna eat away energy and I can recover a lot. Where is it? No, not that, not that. That's for supplies. I'll get 1 supplies. No, I get 4. Maybe I'll get it somehow else. Yeah, 12 for good food. For good energy. And let's risk it again. I'm very bad at gambling. I'm so very bad at gambling. Yeah, losing energy, but that's fine. That's not too terrible. I can stay 1 more cycle. And then I need to bounce. But I'm gonna buy some scrap and stuff like that. Come on. Buy some scrap. Yeah, components, I need those, and I need like 4 of them to make sure that I'm at least at some points good. Jesus, all the money that I earned I just wasted here pretty much. But it's good, I got some stuff that I might find useful. Oh, I should have used the 1 dice. Because if I complete it, at least I can maybe use something later on. Yeah, energy gone. Gotta go get some food. Come back here. It's good that I can do some of these like quick things. Like I don't need to panic and think of everything, just complete some of these. And be like, fine, that's good, we can go. I'm on cycle number 2, so I can do 1 more cycle. And they're slowly getting me fuel, which is fine. Oh, what's this? You have to see this, Sleeper. Junie comes to you in the rig, her face flushed with excitement. At first I didn't believe it. Junie can't help herself while she leads you through the ship. There are mentions occasionally, but I've always understood them to be references to something smaller. A system or unit, not an entire facility, even a series of facilities. You find yourself in one of the more sparse bays of the rig, a corner with a sloped ceiling used for storage. So I checked other records, tried to find correlations, and well, there they were. You see Junie approaching what looked like a clump of scrap components when you entered. Now looking closer, you see it's actually a section of the core you extracted from the Solheim Desert. Oh! The one Junie was also eager to acquire. She sees you looking curiously at what remains of the core. I've had to deconstruct it over time, pulling away the layers of security and corroded outer systems. But all the data has been scrapped and sorted, okay? I used data from the derelict near the Helion gate too. That was the key to cracking the cipher. She looks very pleased with herself. It's really quite something to confirm a rumor like this. I surprised myself. She turns to you, a slightly manic look in her eyes. What did you find? They refer to them as bunkers. Junie shifts her deck, floating on the end of a thick connecting table. They were a form of self-surveillance for Solheim, a way of monitoring their own systems and employees securely. They were hidden, mostly automated, linked into the network by arrays, intended for vast amounts of data capture to be poured over by a small staff. Junie taps a few keys on her deck. Most were understood to have been purged in the collapse, shut down, depressurized, even sent on collision trajectories with other bodies. She paused. Though I suspect that the last one is a little too far-fetched. I've heard people deny they even exist. That we are misreading the data. That the evidence doesn't hold. Junie turns the deck screen to face you. But I found one. You see a map, a set of coordinates on the sunward side of Holmes Rock. The edge of the belt. Why are these bunkers so important? We're talking masses of records from the collapse, the kind lost to bit rot everywhere else in the belt. The bunkers are what they sound like, closed facilities intended to preserve data. Any of these bunkers is a gold mine, Junie pauses. At least from a data archaeologist's perspective. She sees your reaction. And, Junie adds, hoping to convince you, in truth, we don't know what else is in there. There could be Solheim tech, blueprints, data never before seen in Belt. We should take a look. I'll give Seraphine the details, she smiles. We could be making history here. And thank you, Sleeper. Junie bows her head a little. I never would have found this without the core you gave me. I understand that was a sacrifice on your part. Now is the time to claim the rewards. Okay, so they at least counted that in, that I get out. And I think that is actually the best result. If I don't, maybe I get away before this explodes or I don't find me, but I don't think so. Or maybe I make contact with the other guy and I find him, like the rough engineer, but I don't want to work with him. I want to work with Junie. Junie is much more interesting. You leave Junie in the storage bay, working obsessively through the data. It's hard to know, though, through all the excitement, what the real value of one of those bunker facilities might be. But if they are as well hidden as Junie said, there must be a reason. Then there is time. You hope to find out what. When there is time, you hope to find out what the reason is. New contract on the map. New drive available. Find Junie's bunker. But I don't think that's in this sector, right? Yeah, that's not in this sector. She said off of Helm's Rock or no, this is the hollow green belt. Yeah, I think it's off of Helm's Rock. So I'm gonna have to go there anyway. Debris, I know, Hasnab, get it. I can't fly there. I need to increase my storage capacity, basically. That is the best thing I need. Anyway, this is gonna be it for this episode. Next episode we're going to float some. We are getting ourselves fixed, or even more broken. We will see how that goes. And yeah, continuing our Starward adventure. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Don't like, subscribe, comment, dance. There is Patreon for support. You can check out this madness live on Twitch/bypenandpaper whenever I do these streams. Or you can check me out on YouTube at bypenandpaper for Let's Plays, first hours, demo, whatever else I do for that day. Or post there. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and do remember, as always, it's the stories that we play. See ya.